Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Jeff Bache here, all about that Bache, streaming to you from Columbia, South Carolina. Today we're going to be doing some grass. Been doing grass all week. We're going to stream this grass spread deck that I really enjoyed playing. We played an iteration of it on Monday, and then today we're going to play, I don't know, a version that I think is better, but a version that is different, and we're going to see maybe how it plays out. Before that, let's talk about what format we're going to be playing today. We're going to be playing the Gym Leader Challenge format, and for those of you who are new to the format, it is fun, it is exciting, it is just over a year old. It is an awesome format, tons of fun to play. Some of the rules are, number one, it's a singleton format. You can only play one of each card in your deck that isn't a basic energy. On top of that, no rules box Pokemon, no Pokemon V, no EXs, GXs, no Radiant Pokemon either. And then it's a mono type, so you have to choose a type: grass, fire, dark, metal, and you have to stick with that type and build your deck around it. Your job is to be a gym leader, and that's how you end up playing this format. So that's the format. Let's talk about the deck real quick, and then I'll go ahead and get myself logged into the queue so that we can find someone to play. The deck that we're going to be playing today is a grass spread deck. Our goal is to kind of spread energy around to our opponent's stuff and then kind of have like a combo-y finish to what we're doing. Here's the deck in front of you. Celebi, a mainstay in this deck, just puts one damage counter on each Pokemon, and then if it gets knocked out, you can flip a coin to deny your opponent a prize, and it gets shuffled back into your deck. Just an amazing card all around. We're playing some support Pokemon in Lurantis to boost our dude's damage by 20. Kricketune boosts our HP by 40. Decidueye, just a good spread guy. It can snipe opponents' Pokemon on benches. Torterra is just a powerhouse in any grass deck where you're evolving. It does 50 damage for each evolution Pokemon in play, usually doing between 250 and 300 damage in our deck. And then Beautifully here just to draw some cards. Jumpluff is our main win con. It can attack twice per turn. We can do some fancy stuff with it to get it attacking. And then the new addition, what I'm adding, we've gone up on Pokemon from the version we were playing on Monday, is this Roserade with the Le Parfum ability, which lets us search for any card in our deck when we evolve it. So this card, since we kind of have a combo-y finish with our Jumpluff, this is a card that I'm excited to see how it plays out in this style of deck. A lot of the other grass decks play it. Is it good enough for our deck? I don't know. And then if we're playing this and we're up on Pokemon, do we need to cut something else? So I think maybe the other card to consider to cut would be Kricketune. If we're all in on the combo, do we need to be having more HP? I don't know. So let's see. Besides that, trying to think of other additions. We had to cut some supporters from the main. We cut a Marnie. We're not really into disrupting our opponent's hand as much with this deck since we're all in on killing boys. And then, trying to think what else. I added a Lana's fishing rod for a super rod. It lets us get back one of our Pokemon tools. One of our Pokemon tools that's really important is this scroll down here. Rapid Strike Scroll of Swirls. So this is one of our big combo finishes. It does 30 to each opponent. On our Jumpluff, we can do 60 a turn. It's pretty amazing. Alright, we have gotten paired against someone. Our opponent doesn't want to friend us, though. It looks like we're going to have to friend them. Teddy GX14, see who we'll be playing today. Alright, excited to try this deck. Again, I don't know if it's better than the other versions that we've played, especially the other version we played on Monday, or if it's better than the original list that's up on the Tricky Gym Discord. But I'm excited to try it out and play it. Cool. While we're waiting, one of our trades got completed. Alright, looks like our opponent, we're still waiting on him a little bit. Teddy GX14, there he is. Alright, let's send him the old battle invite. GLC Grass Spread 3 deck. He's declined our challenge. It means he's probably trying to send us a challenge. Boom. Alright, GLC Grass Spread 3. Let's play. Alright. We want to go first. Most grass decks want to go first. Evolving first is important in this format. I think most decks probably want to go second. You just get to do so much more if you go second than your opponent does. But we want to get evolving as quickly as possible and move into our game plan. We're playing so many Stage 2 Pokemon that you just got to get the ball rolling. Alright, we got a Rowlet. Do we have... No, we don't have a great hand. We could lose this on a doink pretty easily. Alright, let's do this, and that's basically the only thing we can do. Let's pass. So next turn... Gosh, do I even Timer Ball? Because we could Timer Ball first to go get Dartrix, evolve our Rowlet, and then go Tate Liza to go ahead and shuffle and draw. And hopefully get some extra ones. We probably want to go ahead and get the U-turn board on the Rowlet too. Our opponent's playing Fighting deck. I think they're playing the Earthquake version. Okay. We might be in trouble here. This is going to be hard to beat. Attach up to 2 fighting energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Alright, do they have 2? 2 is scary. In their 5-card hand, do they have 2? I'd imagine they probably have 1. We're hoping for 1. 1 energy. Come on. No, 0. 0 energy. Alright, thank you, friend. Alright, that's not a bad draw right there. That makes me not want to think about doing too much. Alright, tails, heads. Alright, cool. We only get 1, right? Let's get the Dartrix if it's in our deck. Let's see what else is in here as we go. Skiploom, Roserade, Grotle, Turtwig. Alright, Kricketot. We got the Turtle. We got the Celebi. Alright. Do we have the Roserade? Roserade's in there. Grotle, Torterra, Skiploom, Silcoon. Beautifully is in our hand. Jumpluff is in our hand. I think we're missing the Lurantis. I think the Lurantis is in our prizes. And the Kricketune is in our prizes. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's the Decidueye. There's that. Gosh, I don't want to attach this right now. I guess so. I guess we just go ahead and just go. And let's do this. Is there a Pokemon that we want to kill? I think we go after the Phanpy. Not sure, though. Okay. So your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. Search your deck for Finding Energy and attach it. Okay. Tails, heads for our opponent. Same thing as us. So if our boy lives, which we will be excited about, we get to have a pretty exciting turn. We can go Decidueye, which Decidueye's tracking shot is going to do 80 to the active, and then 80 to a Pokemon on the bench that has damage counters on it. So we got 2 choices in Phanpy and in Lucario. We might consider like hitting Lucario, just so that we have like a little bit of damage on it. And I think our turns might revolve around Ball Guy a little bit. Ball Guy, we can go get, you know, Level Ball probably, Nest Ball, Net Ball to get an energy if we need it. We're looking to evolve probably our Roserade and our Kricketot into Kricketune next turn. We have a pretty reasonable setup. This Carkol isn't doing too much. Does this evolve into anything? This is a card that I always see, but I'm never interested in when I play the games. Carkol and Roly-Coly. Alright. Do you have 2 fighting energy in your hand, opponent? There's a fire energy. That's interesting. Alright, they're going to drought. What you got, opponent? Last time you pulled a blank. Did you draw it? Looks like they got it. Okay. So let's do this. So this gets to live, I think, right? Because this only does 130. Let's level ball, or Ball Guy to get level ball. And then I think I just want these cards, right? Let's just get these cards. Let's nest ball. Let's go and get our Turtwig. Our Turtwig is going to start letting us get things set up. Do I want to hold off on the Roserade, or do I want to do something with the Roserade this turn? This is tough. I think let's hold off on the Roserade. Let's get the net ball, and let's just get Hoppip going. Let's do that. Alright, let's tracking shot here. Let's do 80 damage to this Lucario. Ooh, weakness to the... I didn't even realize the weakness here. Alright, and get our Kricketune. Groudon here. Groudon. Weakness to grass. Alright, didn't know that. Alright, Lucario does 60 more damage for each card they discarded this way. Okay. So they might be low on energy. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, opponent. Risky. Okay. We get a prize. Don't know if we should feel good about that or not. Right. Fanfi. The correct call here. Because we... And this Colossal. Once during turn, you may attach a fire energy from your discard pile to a Pokemon in any way you want. Okay. They're going to put it over here on the Onix. So, let's do this. Let's level ball. Let's go and get Roserade. Let's put Roserade out there. Yes. I think we just want to get Grotle. I want to Grotle. And then from here, I want to go and get, I think, Fomantis. Just do this. I want to grab 2 energy. Let's do that. Let's put one of these on Grotle. And let's do a skill dive on the Onix, which will allow us to kill this and this next turn if our opponent doesn't have any tricks up their sleeve. Now, they do evolve it into Steelix. That's a lot harder to kill. And they are playing the Earthquake deck here. So this does 30 damage each of their own bench Pokemon. We might want to swap this out for something soon to like save this for them killing some of our guys and just bring it in there for the win. This also has a weakness to grass. That has a weakness to grass. This has a weakness to grass. So everything has a weakness to grass. This is just a bad matchup for our opponent. Oh, I feel bad for them. I feel bad. I feel bad. Alright, they're gonna... Attaching an energy. Attaching that energy. Does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So this will do 60 damage to our Decidueye. Alright, Martial Arts Dojo. Do 10 more damage to our active Pokemon. So I think we get to have a pretty sweet turn here, depending on what we get and decide to do. So strike back. Right, 120 damage to our guy. So we draw that. So definitely do this. Let's go get our Skiploom. We want to evolve here. And this is kind of a fun trick. We can do this on Skiploom, which immediately evolves into Jumpluff. I don't know why it does this, but it gets to do this. Evolve our Torterra. Let's Versus Seeker to get Tate and Liza back. Let's draw 5 cards. We can always draw into some of our combo pieces here if we want to. We don't, and that's fine. Let's retreat, put out our Jumpluff. Jumpluff is going to attack, do 160 for weakness. Let's take a prize. Let's see what our opponent puts out there. Hopefully they've read Jumpluff. I get to attack again. Alright, 160 damage again. Draw a card. Alright, and we draw the Turf-filled Stadium. Things are going our way here. So far the Roserade showing its worth. Kricketune, not the greatest right now, right? At least in this matchup. Like, my Decidueye wouldn't have died either way. I think I would like a Guzma here. Our opponent is copycatting, gets to draw a ton of cards, so we have a ton of cards in our hand. Now, what's going to be bad for our opponent is this Torterra is just going to do 250 damage next turn. No matter what our opponent does here, it's just going to do 250 damage. Alright, play Wurmple. Play this. I don't really want to do anything. I need to find an energy, though, is what I need to do. Do we have one basic energy in the... Is it worth it to Ordinary Rod? It probably is worth it to Ordinary Rod. Let's do both. Let's put this and this back into our deck. We have a rare candy still somewhere. Let's put the basic energy back. We definitely don't want to in here. Yeah, let's colors. Alright, energy. Come on, baby. There we go. And we get the muscle band. Alright. 580 damage. Wow. 580 damage. That's a lot. A lot of stuff. Alright, opponent. I think that's all she wrote, right? One prize, doing 580. Let's give our opponent the GG. GG's. Alright, and there was our scroll anyway. Alright, one game down. Liking the Roserade with that game. Let's challenge our opponent again. See if they want to play some more. Always down to play some more. Again, Kricketune, good. I like my Kricketune a lot. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit of a gotcha card, especially in paper. If your opponent doesn't know what your Kricketune does, then your opponent, you know, might make a bad decision and attack into you if they don't know your Pokemon have 40 more HP. And I never really want it to feel that way. So it might be better not to play that just for overall gameplay experience, but who knows. The Roserade is kind of an expensive card too. Ooh, gosh, double mulligan here. We're playing 19 Pokemon. We gotta have our basics. The Roserade, for whatever reason, from I think it's Dragon Exalted, is that set really expensive. It's like a $30 card. Ooh, we have a pretty good start here. Celebi and 2 Turtwig on our bench. We're just going to do this and pass. Let's see, Remoraid and the Articuno over here. Okay, they're going to netball. Squirtle or Snom, maybe? This is, oh, Sobble. Okay, they're going for the Drizzile line. I would love to kill that. They're playing the, looks like Rapid Strike water deck, which I've never played or played against. So this is good for me. I got a tournament coming up January 22nd at Cardboard Castle Games in Augusta. My first in-paper GLC tournament. And so this will be kind of sweet. There's the Squirtle. Sweet to see these different decks and play against them. This is a deck I'm considering, is this spread deck. Alright, Cynthia is a good call. They're kind of getting set up and filling their hand at the same time. This Squirtle, this Squirtle is a must kill, alright? We got to get this thing done ASAP. Unfortunately, we just don't have the hand to really do it. So, Kricketot down. Let's put the counter energy on Turtwig. These are some of our attackers, so we only play like 5 basic energy, 10 in total. So using our energy appropriately here is going to be a big deal. Let's Sparkle Motion. Just put 10 on everything. Again, our Celebi's job isn't to really kill anything, it's just to kind of soften things up. Its Leap Through Time ability is just amazing too. Again, our opponent knocks it out. We get a coin flip. Heads, it goes back into our deck with every single card attached to it. And then our opponent doesn't take a prize. It's amazing. This card really brings the deck together. It's hard not to play this card in a grass style deck like this. The Tank and Heal deck, you don't need it. The Rillaboom and Venusaur deck, don't need it. But in this spread deck, when you're playing Decidueye, and when you're playing cards like Jumpluff, I think you need it. Alright, there is the Drizzile. It's going to evolve on top of the Sobble. It's going to let them get any supporter, any trainer card, and put it into their hand. Let's see what they get. Trainers including tools, items, or supporter cards here, or stadiums. There's their Irida, which lets them go and get a Pokemon and an item card, or an energy. That's a good one too. Level Ball. Is it Wartortle? Is Artillery? Wartortle or Artillery here, I think. Alright, Artillery. So they're going to probably Artillery on the Remoraid. And then they can Abyssal Hand. So Irida, Pokemon, and an item card. They might go get the Bucket. Like any draw spell here. Draw supporter card is pretty good. Any... Ooh, Whalmer Town Map. Those are 2 interesting choices. I might have gone like Rare Candy Blastoise. I guess maybe they're in here. Rough Seas, Guzmahala, the Bucket. And they're going to Ultra Ball away some stuff. Maybe now they're getting Wartortle, Inteleon. They want the Inteleon. So we'd love something to mess with their hand a bit, although we took out Marnie. So Abyssal Hand here. Their Articuno gets a Chilling Sigh. I'm surprised they're playing this Articuno. We're asleep. Give me heads. Tails. Alright, we flipped to tails. That's sad. Alright, Quick Ball, not the worst. So let's Quick Ball. Let's get rid of Revitalizer here. Let's go get Wurmple. So if our opponent doesn't mess with our hand too much, we can go Rare Candy Beautifully next turn, and then we're not in terrible shape. Alright, Celebi is still asleep. Lets our opponent just kind of get set up, which is sad for us. Our opponent's pretty far ahead of us right now. Alright, which Wailord are they playing? The new one, okay. And the Inteleon, which lets them go get 2 trainer cards. Shady Dealings is just an absurd ability. It's the reason why this card is a standard staple still. Basically in standard you're playing the two engines, right? You're either playing Comfy or the Inteleon engine. I think there's probably some other things going on right now, like Genesect is probably another one that I'm seeing quite often. I'm not playing a lot of standard, to be honest, though. Alright, Dive Ball, Pot Helmet. What are you getting with your Dive Ball, my friend? Alright, what's the Pot Helmet going on? Alright, the Wailord. This Wailord is going to be invincible. Alright, there's the Blastoise. So, did they evolve the Wartortle this turn? Yeah. Alright, now they can start pumping out energy. We're going to be real sad if they start pumping out energy. Oh, they are playing a different Blastoise. 6 energy Pokemon, and attach them in any way you want. Then shuffle your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Okay. So we need to get set up ASAP. Like, we are counting on a lot from our Beautifully here. Beautifully. I want to go with Beautifly. Sounds better. Butterfree, Beautifully. Alright, hey. We are unstuffed. Alright, that's pretty good. It's unfortunate that we have 2 stadiums in our hand. So let's go Turffield. Rare Candy here. We definitely want to draw all our stuff first here. Let's draw 5 cards. Alright, this is the reason why. Get the Grotle going. Alright, let's look through our deck first for some stuff. Alright, Kricketune's there. Silcoon we don't care about. Those cards are there. Roserade, but no Roselia? Or just no Roselia? Yeah, we haven't gotten to it. Dartrix, Decidueye, Lurantis, Roselia, Rowlet. Okay, so we don't have... No, we got everything. Got all our Pokemon. So what do we want here? I think we want Grotle, which we have in our hand, right? So let's get Kricketune. So let's do this. Let's put this down. Let's put this down. Let's put this here. Let's do some stuff. Okay, let's Guzman Hala. Let's put out their Blastoise. Let's put out our Hoppip. Let's retreat our Hoppip into our Celebi. Let's use Grotle's ability, just because we have it, to go and get the Lurantis. And then let's do this. Sparkle Motion. Okay. So next turn we can do some stuff. We're getting set up. Like, our Torterra is just going to be a monster. Alright, Float Stone. Not a bad thing to have. What are you bosses ordering? Grotle? Really? Okay. Does it have a special energy on it? It does. Okay. So I think our Grotle's dead. So not the worst. Okay. Grotle's down. Grotle did his thing. We still have the turf field over here. So, like, we are not too worried about any of this stuff. Okay. That's helpful. Let's go ahead and evolve into Lurantis. Let's... Not Sparkle Motion. We want to Beautifly. Draw up to 6 cards. Alright. We can play an energy. So let's do this. Let's get Skiploom. Then we can do this. Let's go and get a Rowlet. Put it on our bench. Then we get our Jumpluff going. Don't know. Let's heavy ball to anything that matters. No, Torterra's in there anyway. Our scroll is in there. That's kind of a bummer. So that means we can't really go for the combo kill here. But let's Sparkle Motion again. Again, just softening up all the boys. Okay, our opponent has that. They can heal 30 damage. That's pretty rough for us that they found that. We knew that they could find it though, right? Because of their town map. We have an answer, and we're going to get something back with it too. We can Training Court, do that. Alright. Do we flip heads? Are we lucky here, my friends? We are. Let's put the Hoppip out. It's just a free retreat. So, let's go Training Court. Let's go Wally. Let's get that. Let's attach this here. Let's draw. Okay. Let's retreat in, put out the Kricketune, and then just for good measure, let's get that back. And cycle. Alright. This is going to be hard to beat, so how do we beat it from here? Like, what does this look like? What does a win look like for us? We have the Lysandre, right? The Kricketune's down. Alright, we get it. So we need to get this Jumpluff going, probably. So we're going to put the Jumpluff out there. We don't want to really kill anything with it. And the sad thing is, like, we will kill almost anything with it at this point. And then that gives them an opportunity to then play something else or retreat. This has two. I think that's. I think we just have to kill this and hope we get something with it. Alright. Let's Lysandre. Let's put the artillery out. Let's retreat into this. Let's play this here. Let's draw a card, because why not? Alright, Silcoon, not really super important. And then Tracking Shot, 200 weakness. Can we find our scroll? We don't find the scroll. It's Wailard's just gonna wail on us. In Sanya, I guess we can in, right? In kind of disrupts what our opponent's doing. We could Ball Guy and go get Celebi. Like, we're kind of hoping that we'd get Celebi anyway. Netball, Nest Ball. Maybe we have Ultra Ball left. I'm not mad at Level Ball, Nest Ball, Ultra Ball. Alright. Let's get those things. So we can go, I guess, Netball, right? We don't need any energy right now. Get the Celebi. Celebi. Energy. Alright, retreat. Let's Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of Sonia. Let's get rid of Silcoon. Let's just get our Roselia. Let's play our Roselia. And let's draw a card, because we can. Evosoda. And then let's do this. Sparkle Motion. Again, the Celebi just here to stall a bit. Hoping to stall. It's not looking good for us. I know I keep saying that, but Just need you guys to understand how not good it's looking for us. It's looking way worse now. That's our win con. Ooh. Okay, let's just give our opponent the GGs. See if they say anything. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Opponent not want to type. That's fine. Alright. Let's challenge him again. I might have a couple more in me. Still early in the night. There was just no way we were not coming back from that one at all. There we go. Alright. That game. Roserade not great. Kricketune not great, to be honest. It was hard for us to deal with what they had going on. Alright. Opponent's playing a colorless deck now. Our opponent's giving us the full gambit. Alright, we got Rowlet, we got a Ball Guy, we have a way to evolve. We're happy with our hand. Alright. Alright, go. So we can Ball Guy. Go get lots of things. Our best starts usually involve a Turtwig that we can get our Grotle going. A Wurmple to start getting our card draw on. And I'm trying to think if there's anything like a third Pokemon we can get. We kind of want to save the level ball for those sorts of things. Roserade, I feel like the Roserade often job is to go and get our Guzma and Hala. Guzma and Hala lets us get 2 of our combo pieces. So this gets a piece that gets our combo piece. Again, decent first game. Second game we were behind. It didn't really help us at all. This matchup, the Porygon deck, I think they're just going to get set up a little bit quicker than we want. Here's their Porygon Z. Like, we want to kill this. If there's a way to kill this, we want to kill this. This is how they get special energy and shoot it out. Lugia. Unfortunately for our opponent, we are not going to have a lot of energy attached. Okay. And they are all in on this. Alright. Let's draw. Alright. Do I start with a heavy ball? Let's Ball Guy first, because we get to go look through our deck. So, Kricketot, Kricketune, Wurmples, Evolutions, Hoppip, Roselia, we have the Roserade in our hand. All of those are there. Celebi, Dartrix, I think all of our Pokemon are in our hand. So, we kind of just want to go with the basics. These 3 right here. Let's get them. Let's start with Nest Ball. Let's go and get Turtwig. Let's Netball. And let's get the, I think, Wurmple. Do I want to level ball? Maybe we should have gotten Timer Ball for next turn. I guess we just level ball and we go and get Roselia, right? Roselia is going to let us get like Timer Ball or something, which I know isn't like what we want to be doing. Let's just burn this heavy ball, see what we got going on over here. Cynthia, Tate Liza, Timer Ball, Turf Field. So a lot of our good cards are in here, but none of our combo pieces. So we're kind of okay with that. Let's, let's just say go. Alright, Porygon 2. Again, if there's a way to kill that, we want to do it. Alright, our opponent may be helping us out a little bit here. Inning, can we draw some good cards? We drew Dartrix. We drew Silcoon. We drew Bird Keeper. Oh, 90. Why is 90? Oh, that thing. What do we want to die? Yeah, I think we're behind again. Our hands just haven't been quick enough. Not really what I want to see there. Let's flip it to ends. Cool. Heads. Our opponent can't attack us. That was lucky. One of the luckier things we've done today. Entangling string, flip a coin. If it's heads, your opponent can't attack our defending Pokemon this turn. So our opponent played the Unfazed Fat Snorlax. Prevents all effects of attacks from your Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Then we got the Minccino. Alright, Marnie. Okay. You know, not mad. Our hand is not particularly good. It doesn't do a whole lot. Drawing 4 cards here. Alright, we got Guzma. Our hand's even worse. Maybe all our cards are bad. Maybe when your cards, you keep saying all your hands are bad, maybe your cards are bad. Alright, now our opponent's just going to keep going to town. Town map. Vigoroth. Kangaskhan. Ultra Ball Floatstone. Evolution Incense. Okay. So, there's a lot that we could do here. Oh gosh, was Turffield in our... I think Turffield was here, so getting Turffield back does nothing, right? So let's play this. Let's just... Do we have an energy in here? Let's Guzma for a stadium. Let's not do the discarding. I figured that Turffield was in there, so let's get Training Court. Let's Training Court. Let's get that. And then I want to attach this to Turtwig. Let's get ahead, baby. Alright, cool. We are just stalling out our opponent while we set up. Hopefully drawing into cards that can do some stuff. Ideally next turn looks like a Guzma on something that can't do anything. Like we want to get something with a big retreat. So probably the Bidoof here. Bidoof has 2 retreat cost, 10 attack. Alright, they got their Porygon Z going. Again, it's not looking good. How many special energy do you have in your hand? Okay. It can attack our guy. Alright, Muscle Band. Alright, Porygon Z doing some more work, putting some stuff on Lugia. And Thump and Storm. Goodbye, friend. You will be missed. Woods Tails. Alright, so let's end. Let's Grotle. Let's Ultra Ball. Doom, doom, goodbye. What card do we want to get? Oh, I think we want to get Roserade, right? What card with Roserade do we want to get? So we could do a lot of cool things here. This, which is going to get us our Hoppip. And then we can Roserade. And I think Roserade wants to get us Lurantis. Do I want Lurantis? Get us any card, right? You can get us any card. Maybe this gets our skull. Let's put our skull here. Let's do this. Let's get a Celebi. And let's revitalize. Go, Wurmple, go! Alright. Cool. Snorlax is still asleep. Gosh, what did I even get with my Roserade again? Don't even remember. Oh, we got the scroll. That's right. We got the scroll. Is our Beautifully dead? No. Okay. And there's an energy in there for us to get. We're just going to keep hoping that this Snorlax stays asleep. Our opponent maybe got a little bit greedy there by not just waiting a turn. Although, here's the Guzma, right? Ooh. I don't know if this is right. Like, it definitely feels right in the moment, I think, to kill the Grotle, right? But, like, my Hoppip is just sitting here with this scroll, right? Like, just kill that. And then maybe you also just kill the Wurmple because I'm sitting here with just the Silcoon in my hand. Goodbye, Grotle. You did some work. Alright. Counter energy is good. We like counter energy. We want to get an energy from our discard pile, though. We can do this. And let's Sparkle Motion. Again, Celebi, hoping for the coin flip again. Drawing, do we have a Colress left? Colress might be nice. Beautifully would be a good draw. Cynthia, when we're playing our deck of Cynthia, would be good. Lots of cards that could be good here. We are very far behind again. I'm very surprised by this again for the second time. And it might just be that our deck is a little bit underpowered against some big basics like Lugia and Snorlax. We had a hard time with the metal deck the other day. So it might just be, you know, spread decks have an issue with that. And we gotta play, we gotta be active and proactive about those sort of matchups. These are the matchups where Torterra is good. Unfortunately, Turtwig and Grotle are gone. Alright. Hoping for the flip. Alright, Tails, sad. Alright, it's another Hoppip. Not good. Alright. Send out the Roserade to die. Let's get that. Let's go ahead and attach that to the Hoppip. Again, if we draw... Again, Beautifully, a good draw. if we draw into something. To draw into something. Just don't think it's going to be enough, right? Because like this is going to die this turn. Nothing we can do about it. I think we're just dead. There's the Vigoroth, which they've gotten from their prizes. So Roserade looking okay. Kricketune a little too slow in this matchup. Maybe I'm supposed to prioritize the Kricketune though. I'm trying out the Roserade though. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, it just doesn't matter. Alright. Cool. Go through the motions here. Alright, I know our opponent wants to go through their turn and kill us, but what you gonna do? Okay. Alright, one more game. Let's see how it goes. Again, we're missing some card draw spells, so maybe we want Marnie back. Maybe we'll play our next version without Kricketune. I don't know. I'm going to wait for my opponent here to friend me or to send us a request. There we go. Boom. Alright. GLC Grass Spread deck, the third one. Alright, they're playing that colorless deck again, or at least a colorless version. Alright, we lost the coin flip. What's our opponent choose? Alright, they want to go first. Okay. Now we have a basic. We have a way to evolve it. We have a way to get a couple things. So we're not mad at a lot of this stuff. And the fact that we get to play out a lot of our hand, this is going to be a pretty good, start to a lot of things. Alright, so they play Capture Energy here. Good. They get to play a lot of special energy in their deck. Capture Energy, one of the best. We're playing it over here on this side as well. Alright, so I think the best thing to do here is to... let's just start with a Capture Energy. And let's go and get our Turtwig. And then we can force the Turtwig to evolve on the first turn and get Grotle. Just like one of the best things that we could ever do, right? Then let's go ahead and get a Wurmple here. Boom. And then I think we want to just go Netball. And because we have it in our hand, let's just get the Kricketot and throw that down. Let's say go. So next turn, I guess depending on, we'll have to see what we draw. Alright, what's this guy going on over here? Powerful Energy, do 20 more damage. Alright, Gloria to get themselves set up. We have kind of a fast start here. We don't have a lot of action in our hand, but we have a lot of action on the battlefield. We would love to draw some energy. We're going to get to play some of our Mons out. Like our hands might be empty next turn. So like a Cynthia would be great. Colress would be great again. Tate Liza, 3 of the draw cards we're drawing. Again, are we missing a Marnie? I'm not sure. Alright, opponent is going to Ultra Ball here. What are you getting with the Ultra Ball, my friend? Are they going to get the Porygon? Alright, they're going to get the other Snorlax. Huh? Huh? They have 2 Snorlaxes? Rare Candy. To evolve that into Slacking. Alright, and they got that guy out. They want to stop our abilities. So we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Let's go and get Celebi, maybe? And then I want to Evolution Incense and go and get Silcoon. Alright, we're done. Our opponent and I are just waiting. Who can top this the best? If they end, we might be okay with it. What you got going here? Alright. Trying to stop our abilities. Gotcha, opponent. Not the worst idea, right? Alright, can our opponent keep drawing energy here? Town maps, they can see their prizes. Another energy. Alright, U-turn board. So if we draw an energy here, we're going to be in good shape. Versus Seeker, what do you get? Bird Keeper maybe? Gloria? Not a lot good in your... If you Bird Keeper, we're in good shape here, right? No way you Bird Keeper this, right? Use Bird Keeper to draw cards? I mean, this is good for us. Our opponent's just going to let us draw 6 cards like that? Alright, Evolution Incense. I'm assuming they're getting the Porygon Z. Alright, is there a Bidoof in play? Do they have a Bidoof? I guess the Porygon Z must not be in their deck. Did we see it in their prizes? Yeah, there it is. Super Rod. Pidgeotto. Do you have the energy for this? Ooh, opponent. Why, opponent? Why would you let me do this? So I want to end my opponent to start being able to attack in with Torterra. Because this does 160. Nothing. They don't have a lot going on. Let's Heavy Ball first. There's our Hoppip. We can at least get our Hoppip back in our deck. But let's just Roselia here. And say go. We have a lot more going on for us than our opponent does on that side, so I'm fine with what this looks. Yeah, and our opponent just has to pass back, right? And so like now our hand is just insane, right? We just go and get Roserade, which I don't even think we play out yet, right? Just do this. There's our Heavy Ball. You know, our Jumpluff is in there, but this card is basically worthless at this point. Alright, Fighting Fury Belt on the Slacking. Yeah, why? Why change up what we're doing? Okay, this game we set up faster than our opponent did. We had a strong start. We were able to get our key Pokemon down. I think our opponent maybe made some mistakes when they went to, when they moved the Slacking that one turn. Like, that one turn allowed us to do everything that we wanted, right? We just were able to evolve this, draw our hand back up. And you saw our opponent stumble a bit, and we just capitalized. Like, and here's the other thing. Like, I don't put that much energy in my guy. This arrow ball attack is not very good. Let me kill that back. Right. If we need to do more damage, we can evolve our Roserade here. Okay. We gotta choose 2 Pokemon to lose. Think it's this. Think it's this. Okay, our opponent plays Pidgey. Attaches energy here. Timer ball. Boom. Boom. Okay. Do I care about getting those back? Not really. Let's go and get a stadium just because we can. Alright. Let's get Turffield. Let's play Turffield. Let's play out the Hoppip. Let's attach this. Do I want to do anything else? Nope. Let's go this. Alright, there's our Jumpluff. Finding a rare candy would be great. Rare candy plus scroll. I think we can find almost anything we need. I would love to shuffle this away. Alright, Pidgeotto's going to airmail for them. Hopefully they find another busted Pokemon so we can keep playing. I don't think it's going to matter. We only have 1 prize left. Muscle Band on the Pidgeotto. Energy on the Pidgeotto. Alright. GG's. Alright, let's attack. Alright. Good games to our opponent. Thank you, Teddy. GX14. Fun times. Alright. I don't know. 2-2 on the day against our opponent here. Don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Let's talk. I think I need to test a little bit more. Was the Roserade good? Every time I played it, it felt like I was already in a position to win. I'm not sure how much it feeds into our game plan. The dream is Roserade is just another piece to go get other combo pieces, right? So if we have our Hoppip down, got an energy attached to or whatever, we can go get the other pieces that we need. And the best way to go get those pieces that we need is Guzman Hala. Search our deck for a stadium card, and then we can get a special tool and a special energy, all parts of what get us going with our Jumpluff to win the game. So our tool, our Rapid Strike Scroll, lets us attack for 30 damage on each of our opponent's Pokemons. Jumpluff's Fluffy Barrage ability lets us attack 2 times a turn, so we can do 60 damage to everything on the bench, which hopefully we softened up with the Celebi, right? The Sparkle Motion. Or our Decidueye, which does Scale Dive and Tracking Shots. 2 great spread and sniping attacks. It just felt like, hey, what's Roserade adding to our deck? It's not attacking in. Sometimes it can be like, I'm going to put you out there to stall the game and be a sacrifice. We can revitalize it later to get another card. I was mostly using it to go and get just random pieces for other things. It was never our main game plan that we were using it for. I don't know. More testing is needed. Again, Kricketune has won me games. I'm not sure if Roserade will do the same thing, but again, there's going to be that moment when it's great. The other addition that we did, I felt like we were missing Marnie. We were missing just an extra card draw supporter in our deck. We had, what did we replace that with? I think we replaced that with Roselia and Roserade. So would drawing 5 be better than the one specific card that we needed? I think in a lot of spots it might have been. Although this can go get us Colress, right? Training Court was still good. I'm liking Training Court over Silent Lab, which I was playing originally. And then what was the last change? I took out one of the rods. I think I took out Super Rod for Lana's fishing rod. Get a Pokemon and a Pokemon tool card and put it into our deck. Again, this is mostly because of this, right? Rapid Strike, Scroll of Swirls. A lot of people will be playing Field Blower against us, and having a way to get this back would be nice. So that's the reason why I was playing it. Didn't really have that come up very much. We didn't combo off very much. Anyway, that's the GLC grass spread deck that I've been trying out. It needs some work still, but I'm reasonably happy with how it played out today. Anyway, if you're liking it, give it a go. I recommend getting this deck in paper. PTCGO, this card, the Celebi card, is really expensive, but it's a very important part to the deck. Anyway, hey, thanks guys for chilling out, watching the stream. If you have a moment and you're liking the content, please follow me on Twitch. You can also check me out on YouTube at youtube.com at allaboutThatBase. Alright, thank you all again. Have a wonderful night. See you all on Monday for our next stream.